One thing I want to hit you both with first, actually more particularly at you, Chase. Why are you not bringing the tour to New Zealand?
I had the same argument with my team. Not only New Zealand, Adelaide, Newcastle. I'm pretty sad we're not going to those three. But I can promise you next time we'll make it happen. So we'll do it.
Absolutely. I do see that James has got you completely immersed in the culture, doing shoeys and whatnot on stage.
Oh my gosh.
I have to agree, though, not someone else's boot, my friend.
No, no.
Hey, you only live
That wasn't me. That's on him.
You only live once, and I might die after that, to be honest. But hey, I got to give you something that you'll never forget. The people loved it. I think a lot of people might have been grossed out by it, but hey, I was grossed out too. So
I
So
was just
cool.
happy to see him back and alive the next day, if I'm being honest. I was
it won't happen that way
genuinely a little
again.
concerned about it.
It is quite cool. Like I was just saying to my mate at work, I was like, in New Zealand, there's not something at a show like that we're known for. Like you're so right. Like you go to Aussie and doing a showy is just part of the culture. Do you remember the first concert you went to, James, where that was a thing?
Yeah, I think it's been a thing for a little while, but I don't think I've actually I've done it as a fan or as a drunken round of fire with some mates. But I think my first one, well, the most epic one was CMC Rocks when I played that, and it was about 2002, I think, 22, sorry, 2022. And I feel like I was welcomed into the community at that point, like standing in front of the crowd, doing a shoey out of my own boot, and like a lot of I give you credit,
accepting moment.
a lot of Americans come over and they get a brand new boot and they put a cup in the boot and they pour it. It's a little bit of a show, but credit to Chase, he did it the right way. You've got to do it out of your own boot, out of somebody else's boot. I don't know about that, but
Hey man, we're here to
Here's
party.
legit.
We're here to party. That's what we do.
Wait, if you just exposed, I genuinely thought it was their own boot that had been worn that they've been doing it in, but they've been cheating us the whole time from a spare boot that's not been
I'm
used.
so I don't want to no
Yeah.
I don't want to
It
be
was
the one
funny.
responsible for breaking down that mask.
They prepped us. They prepped us too. They're like, "Do you got your boot ready? You got your cup in your boot?" And I'm like, "No. Why? Why? Why would I do that? Like, we're gonna do this thing, man."
Oh,
But,
that's so good. Oh,
I'm
you
gonna get in
guys,
trouble for saying that, by the way. I'm revealing trade secrets here. I'm not one of them. It's out of my own bit every time, so I'm good.
it's genuine when you come over here, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
yeah, always genuine. I get it. Also, boots are expensive. Your gal's trying to get a second pair, and they're not cheap to get. So that's risky. What I'm so excited about is that you two, even just talking to you now, you can see the vibe that you've got. All of the promo videos you've done for this, the on the dirt bikes, all that kind of jazz. Smoke I've known, brand new single. Talk to me about how this came to be and how the process of you recording all of this has gone.
I did the last one. You take this one.
All right. It was really cool. I was been a fan of Chase for a long time, and we kind of got connected together. And I get to write with a lot of different people. Chase gets to write with a lot of different people, but sometimes a little bit of magic happens in the room, and you just instantly connect. And that was what it was with Chase and I. And we wrote this song over in Nashville, and I think as soon as we wrote it, we knew we kind of had something special. And it's been a really cool process, getting to build it, not just the song, but doing all the content and just hanging out. As much as I've been a fan of Chase, this song has kind of got us to hang out a lot more and get to know each other a lot more. And we realized that we're pretty similar. We grew up pretty similar. So, when there's a camera out there and we're just on a bunch of quad bikes ripping around and doing all sorts of crazy stuff, we're like, all right, we're cut from the same cloth.
Yeah, it was quite surprising. I mean, I guess I didn't realize how similar we would be. I figured we'd be much different, people, because we're on different sides of the world, right? But we're quite the same person, and I realized that once he like outwillied me on a dirt bike, and I was quite surprised. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I remember the day we got in that room, we knew we did something magical, and we immediately went to the labels and we're like, "Hey, we've got the song. This is going to show everybody that country is worldwide more than just countrywide." And I think we really projected that well. So
Yeah.
Oh, you absolutely have. And I do love the fact that it all stemmed through like similarities between the two of you. Obviously, out wheeling him on the dirt bike and all that kind of jazz. But what was that specific moment, if you remember, that you were like, whoa, okay, we are more alike than I thought?
I think it was the writing room.
Really?
What do you think?
For me, it wasn't. There was a moment when we were between shots, and we had the two quad bikes out, and we were running around in his front paddock, and he started, like, we had to get to the next location. And he starts racing. And there was a moment that I was like, there is no chance that I'm going to let you just kick my ass on this. And I was holding on to that thing with everything I could, right behind him on the other quad. And
I got a few four-wheelers at my home that I all the same model, they're the same speed. None of them are faster than the other. And a lot of my friends and my band, they'll come over to the house and we'll race them. Well, this day James was there when we were shooting and the video, and so I was like, I took off, right? I'm like, here's the track. He was right on my butt the whole time. I mean, I could not get away from him, and then, I definitely think I realized, we're a lot alike. Yeah.
The competitiveness is strong, I see.
It is.
It is cool though, being on tour together, and obviously in your home country, James. When it comes to doing this song live, have we done it already, like in this tour?
Yeah, we played it kind of. So Chase played in a huge show, Meatstock Festival, to kind of kick his running shows off.
Okay, wait, sorry. Meatstock is as big in Aussie as it is here?
It is. It's huge. Yeah. And I like, I'm gonna say, like, Chase smashed the set. He had everyone just with him. It was actually amazing to watch. But we got to play it there for the first time, which was a really cool way to debut the song. It was a massive crowd, and I was kind of blown away. People were already singing it in the crowd, and then we got to sing it again with him on your tour in Brisbane, and just to see people singing it already, and it's been out for 3 days or something, was pretty damn cool.
It's pretty wild to be so far away from home and like hearing all these people just so excited about the music, and then obviously intro and y'all make some noise for James Johnston, and then the whole roof coming down, like it would, he's I love James.
Thanks, man.
Oh, guys, I think that is a sweet moment, guys.
my brother from another country.
My brother from down under.
My brother from down under. I don't know what happened. I got the bad vision. He got the good voice. I don't know what happened.
Shit.
No, actually, I will say both of your voices on this track sound so beautiful together, by the way. And actually, there's one point where I was like, hang on, who did start the song? Like, it just gelled so well.
Thank you.
Is Nashville almost like a second hometown for you?
Yeah. I'm kind of making some pathways to be over there pretty soon.
Just tell him, man, you're gonna be my neighbor.
I'm just gonna buy the farm next to his. That's the plan right now. But honestly, it's funny. Like, I'm like a bit of a gypsy at heart. I love traveling and I think collaborating with artists from around the world. Obviously Kaylee was such a cool one in New Zealand, and I actually have never played that song in New Zealand, so I need to make that happen. But I did with a buddy of mine in South Africa recently, and a bunch of stuff, and it's just I think the thing that I really realized through doing all that is that you might be from different parts of the world, but there's so much more that kind of connects us. And I think to kind of bring it back to the song Smoke I've Known, at the core of that song is talking about that it looks different on different people. Country looks different on different people, but at the same time, like, there's a lot more that connects us than what divides us. And I think I've realized that with Chase, and same with Kaylee and all that sort of stuff. So I love just getting out there and collaborating with different artists.
I've definitely learned a lot on touring, since I've been touring, that music, it's more than just the genre, right? It's just music as a whole really does bring people together. And that your collaborations with those people and our collaboration together. And when other artists collaborate from different countries, different areas, I think it's just proof that music really does bring people together. So
100%. And even with New Zealand, we've got the South Island and the North Island, and the Southlanders, they're all country through and through, right? That's their way of life. Like, majority of them are all farmers and they're all doing it every day. But to know that townies in Auckland can still connect with them and, the music and the love for it. It's something that we've noticed massively here over the last couple of years. Just the genre love for country has expanded. I know it's huge in the States, Chase, but have you noticed it a lot in Australia recently, James?
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of people that, I'm like a farm boy, and grew up like that. So country was always kind of part of my upbringing. But now, a lot of people coming to country, and I think it's thanks to a lot of artists. There's like Luke Combs and Morgan Wallen and all that sort of stuff are introducing a lot of people to country. But I think through that, it's a lot of people that just identify with, kind of everyday things. I think at the core of it, country celebrates a lot of those, just being proud of who you are, where you come from. And, that might be in the middle of the outback, that might be growing up in the burbs, but it's not kind of saying that you need to have it all, if you've got a roof over your head and you're doing all right, sort of thing. And I think at the core of country, that's what it's all about. And that's what I love. And I love seeing so many people coming to this genre and loving it the way that I have for so many years.
I think country also is very much something people are driving to because they see what's in it as being genuine. It's genuine, with a world full of so much AI and I'm not going to get into all that, but with so much AI and just artificial, ego or, people that are singing about things they're not really about. It's very easy to tell in country music if you're about it or not. And you got two guys right here that are proud to represent the country folks, the hardworking people, and anybody that's not a townie. I just learned that word, townie. So that's like a city slicker?
No, townies okay. Townies, we're still part of the crowd. Like if I grew up in my little hometown, I'd be a townie.
Okay, so not that, but
wait,
city
slightly
slicker,
different.
That would be the city slicker. Would be the maybe, I don't know.
I'm still learning the lingo. Okay.
Maybe I've got the New Zealand lingo wrong. Maybe I don't know what it is. I'm gonna have to go and check my New Zealand dictionary on that one.
That's right. Well, New Zealand, Australia, like there is subtle differences. So
it could be. Listen, you two, I've loved talking to you, and I feel like this can't end here. We need to get you to New Zealand sometime soon, the both of you, okay? Because James, I can't believe you haven't been yet either and done a show. I can't wait to see more of this and also get you over here to New Zealand. Appreciate you both.
Can't wait to meet y'all out there soon. Thank y'all so much for having me and James.
Yeah, thank you.